Wcxo Sports. Since 1999, the sports voice of the Carlisle Indians, the Central Cougars, the Mater Dei Knights, and the Westland Warriors presents Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7. Talkin' Sports is powered by Hoffman Supermarket, the only choice for quality meats and friendly service. Talkin' Sports is brought to you by Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan and Centralia. Kaskaskia College. The future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Imming Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Diane Chevrolet in Trenton. McKendree University in Lebanon. Ideal Home Solutions in Trenton. Farmers State Bank Insurance Department in Hoffman. Seaver Brothers in Carlisle. 12 Oaks Vineyard in rural Carlisle. And by Becker Jewelers with locations in Breeze and Highland and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Here's the host of Talkin' Sports, Rip Nottmeyer.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Talkin' Sports. Rip here in the Carlisle Meat Market Studio for a Wednesday. Here's who's coming aboard tonight. We're going to talk some high school basketball with the new Carlisle Lady Indians coach, Janelle Kuhn. And in the back slate, it is 101 ESPN reporter, editor, writer, he's a man of all reasons, Luke Schnocky, and we also have the Easy on Travel Sports Flashback which features tonight the gregarious, we'll go with that, Jeff Carling on college hoops. But first, it is scores and stuff. It comes your way, courtesy of Isaac Auto Body in Carlisle. See them for 24-hour towing and collision repair. We'll start with Major League Baseball and the Redbirds. Good night last night. Barely. They squeaked one out, though, 3-2 over the Fish down in Miami. Tickets, always available. Matt Carpenter, without Carpenter, my goodness. Anyway, he crushed his 30th home run last night. It was a tie-breaking drive in the 8th. The Cardinals win it 3-2. That's his 4th home run in 5 games. He's now reached base safely in 26 consecutive games. Ozuna had a pair of hits. Michaelis pitched 7 innings, allowing just 2 runs and 5 hits. Could have went the distance, but, that's a no-no. He's now 12-3 on the year with a really nifty 2.74 ERA. Dakota Hudson and Bud finished up. The Fish, of course, edged the Redbirds 2-1 on Monday night. So the offense has been really, really lame. It's the rubber game of the series tonight with John Gant against Aveston's Trevor Richards. Trevor now 3-6. And his ERA, it's now below 4. It's at 3.92. He's 1-1 in his last 4 starts. The one loss in there against the Phillies. Man, that game there against the Phillies, he threw 5 innings, gave up just 4 hits and a run, but took the loss. And he's had a couple of no decisions in there. 12 innings total pitched in those 2 no decisions, 6 hits and only 1 run. He's had 21 Ks in those 3 outings we mentioned, but 3-6, 3.92 on the year. So Gant against Richards tonight from Marlins Park. Good luck to Trevor. We'll see what the outcome is. The Cardinals going for their 4th straight series victory. The Cardinals are off tomorrow then before they head to Kansas City for some barbecue and a 3-game series on Friday night. Tyler O'Neill has returned to the Cardinals clubhouse because of a situation. Odolis Garcia was called up a couple of nights ago, officially recalled, the Cuban outfield, and he gets his first nod this evening. Been waiting since they called him up. Man, play the guy. He is supposed to be quite the fascinating player, and we're going to get a glimpse of him tonight. Of course, that game does start in just a few minutes. Adam Wainwright threw a bullpen session of 40 pitches Monday. He's destined for Class A Palm Beach. Cecil, I don't know. Waka. Where's Clown Carlos at? Where'd he sneak off to? Rick Ankiel, huh? I had a sports clip on this, Rip sports clip on this today, and he's nearing 40, and he wants to make a comeback with the Cardinals or somebody. I don't know. I have an idea. In daylight baseball, the Mets shut out Cincy 8-0. Jacob deGrom, you talk about a hard luck guy. He fanned over 6 today. That was his first win in nearly 2 months. His ERA is 1.77. Pittsburgh nipped Colorado 4-3. Chris Archer survived 5 for his first Pirates victory. Arizona shelled Philadelphia 6-0. Corbin and 2 relievers combined on the blanking. In the American League, it was Texas 11 and the Mariners 7. Giovanni Gallardo won his 4th consecutive start. And Pujols, remember him? He went deep in a 6-0 victory for the Angels over Detroit. Right now, the Redbirds 7.5 out in the Central and 4 back for that second wild card spot with a couple of teams ahead of them. We've got just about 2 months left. Lance Lynn, yeah, back in full force with the Yankees. I love that. Oh, man, the Nationals signed Greg Holland. Why not get – that just shows the lack of depth in pitching, of course. Take a crack at him. They get him for basically nothing. A couple of and Levon, or make that Felix Hernandez – he's had a rough year, and they might take him out of the rotation in Seattle. Who would have thought that a year or 2 ago? But that's the way it works. The Pro Football Hall of Fame welcomes, I guess, 8 new members to be exact on, what was it, Saturday? Yeah, Saturday night. If you include Terrell Owens, and what a jerk. He had his own little party. Hope he enjoyed his own little popcorn. And then there's very likely murderer Ray Lewis. Outside of those 2 guys, though, congrats to the others, especially Kramer, man. After he waited 44 years for this prestigious honor. Jerry Kramer, formerly the Packers, Urlacher from the Bears. So that is all good stuff. Some basketball news. Khalil Whitney, a 5-star prospect. Yeah, I figured so. He's dodged Champaign-Urbana. Of course, he's going to Kentucky. He chose Kentucky over the Illini, Oregon, and Georgetown. What did you expect? And Sharif O'Neal is officially a UCLA Bruin. Yep, he's the son of NBA legend Shaquille O'Neal. Sharif will enroll in school this month and then join the program as a freshman in September. He committed to UCLA in February, but never did sign. Had a little academic issue or 2, but he's supposed to be basically a chip off the old block. The NCAA adopted a sweeping series of policy and rules changes that it hopes will clean up the college game. A lot of investigations by the FBI, other corruption, you name it. But among the significant changes that were adopted include allowing elite high school recruits and college players to be represented by agents who are certified by the NCAA, allowing eligible underclassmen to enter the NBA draft but return to school if they're not taken. And that's a couple of the biggest points right there. Jaleel Okafor has agreed to a deal with the New Orleans Pelicans. Had a great rookie season with Philly, and then he fell off that map. In golf, Justin Thomas claimed the Bridgestone Invitational. Of course, the big deal this week is the PGA Championship at Belle Reve in St. Louis. The practice rounds finished up today, especially today. That's when they hit it hard, and it all gets underway tomorrow. For real at Belle Reve. Man, know a lot of people out there as fans and working, too, as marshals and such. Georgia Hall won the women. You wouldn't have known, but Hall won the Women's British Open. Kenny Perry won the 3M Championship, and in NASCAR, Chase Elliott tracked down a victory at Watkins Glen. That Scores and Stuff brought to you by Isaac Auto Body in Carlisle. Be sure and see them for 24-hour towing and collision repair. Janelle Kuhn is coming up, and later on is Luke Schnocky and the flashback to Hang Around. Talking Sports is with you on a Wednesday. If you're looking for Nissan quality, be sure to check out what Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan and Centralia has to offer. Munkin's has the entire field covered with a great lineup of Nissans, including Maximas, Altimas, and Sentras, SUVs and crossovers, and Titan and Frontier trucks. And you can relax when you shop Munkin's because you know you're getting the better deal every time, along with terrific service after the sale. For your Nissan, log on to Munkin1.com, or better yet, visit Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in person, Route 161 West in Centralia. Farmers State Bank is dedicated to the communities they serve. They've been making home loans for over 100 years. They are and will continue to be a strong, steady, common sense leader that's always focused on what's best for you and the community. And remember, Farmers State Bank has loan professionals standing by to assist you in making the right decision for your needs. That's Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. An equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 404955. Need Need insurance? Insurance you can really count on? If so, turn to Dan Imming at Imming Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Dan and his staff will provide you with the insurance coverage and service you deserve. Whether it's auto, home, life, health, or commercial, your choices aren't limited either. Imming Insurance Agency represents many outstanding companies, so get covered by the best. Call Imming Insurance Agency at 594-4536 or stop by 589 9th Street in Carlisle. Imming Insurance Agency, a proud supporter of Clinton County sports.
Hey, it's Bill on the road from Mornings with Scott and Casey. You hear me talking each week about travel, and one of my favorite things about driving across America is finding great food. And lucky for you, Mama's on the Hill in St. Louis is a super easy road trip destination. Authentic Italian favorites like baked lasagna, spaghetti, and tortellini, thin crust St. Louis style pizza, and yes, Mama's on the Hill is the birthplace of toasted ravioli. Check out their menu online at mamasonthehill.com. Mama's on the Hill, on the Hill in St. Louis.
Scientists say the universe is random. Why should your radio station be any different?
You've got Max 96.7.
Welcome back, everybody. Rip here in the Carlisle Meat Market Studio for a Wednesday before long, early September. The Monday after Labor Day, it's 3 shows a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. But right now, for the remaining 3+ weeks, every Wednesday night, 6 to 7, as now, for example, and then Saturday mornings 9 until 10. Let's hook up now the Tucker Electric guest line. Boy, she's been hard to track down, but we got her tonight. Over to Oakville we go on the Tucker Electric guest line for new Carlisle Lady Indians basketball coach Janelle Kuhn. Janelle, welcome back.
Thank you so much. It's been a while, and like you said, it's been kind of an adventure to get a hold of me.
You've been around the world, man, and welcome back to the Lady Indians. You are the new coach again, right?
I know. I saw that on Facebook today. I like that. The new coach again. I am.
Did I use that?
Yeah, you did.
That's pretty sharp this morning.
I don't know if you did that or if Talkin Sports did that, but
no, it's me. I'm the research. I'm everything for better or worse.
Well, either way, I'm back at the helm.
Yeah, you come over from just neighboring Kaskaskia College. Now, when were you offered the Carlisle job, and when were you, I guess, officially hired?
Well, I was officially hired at the July board meeting. My contract with KC ran until the last day in June, or in July 1st. So we had to kind of had to wait to be officially hired on July 18th at Carlisle. But I mean, it had been in the works for a while. I'll be honest, I was looking for. I'd been looking at some other options, and kind of had this in the back of my mind, like, hey, this potentially is an option to come back and be in the district that you're already teaching in. And after a couple months, I thought, this isn't as crazy of a thought as I originally thought it was going to be. And I'm just excited to be back, to be honest. Very, very, very much re-energized and ready to be back at the high school level.
Right, and you coach at neighboring Carlisle. You teach at Carlisle Junior High, right?
Yes. However, about 4 hours ago, I just received notice. So I will be teaching at the high school.
Oh.
So there's going to be a couple of changes made with some resignations and whatnot. But so yeah, it's been a day. To say the least.
Breaking news, huh, Janelle?
But it is breaking news. I don't know. I may have to swallow my words, but no. So I yes, I will now be at the high school. Teaching and coaching, which is honestly an ideal situation in my opinion. So
you can really keep track of those kids now.
Absolutely.
But you do show up after 3 years at Kaskaskia. Of course, there's that turn at Redbud, which I'm sure some people have. You haven't, but that's where you got it started as a coach, didn't you, with the Lady Musketeers?
Yeah. It's so funny because this is my 10th year. And I kind of joke, and I'm like, man, have I really been doing it for 10 years? Yeah, this is the 10th year, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. The relationships that I've made with my kids, Allie Ringring over at Redbud, who was, our phenomenon and, had a successful college career. I get to now call her one of my good friends. and you just build those relationships. So yeah, it all started in Winchester, Illinois.
True.
Over at West Central, where I was the JV coach for a year, and then
Sorry,
got
I
that
slighted you there,
opportunity to be a head
Janelle.
coach.
That is right.
That's okay. No. Then I got the opportunity to be the head coach at Redbud for 4 years, and then Carlisle took a chance, and then some other doors and kind of opened up to get to the KC, or to get to the college level at KC, and everything comes full circle, and here we are back today where it all kind of started. So
you can go home again if you want. Yeah, so yeah, Carlisle was
right.
4 years ago for the 2014-15 season. That resume, my goodness, yeah, Winchester, it's pretty full already, isn't it? 10 years.
It's actually it kind of takes you back a little bit. Like, man, I always say I don't think I'm that old, but I guess I am that
Believe
old.
me, you're not.
Yeah.
Myself,
so, no,
your dad, and me, we can tell you about old.
I know. I've heard lots of. I've heard the softball story days, so I've got some dirt on you too, bud.
Oh, yeah. Thank goodness that was pre-social media.
That's right. That's what I always tell. I always tell my kids that too. I'm like, man, we didn't have Snapchat and all that other stuff. Like, thank goodness.
Baby. But Kaskaskia, one more word or so on them. You had 2 good years there as a head coach, and you went there as an assistant, right? But that's not only a different level, but it's just which predicates a different game. But it's black and white from high school to JUCO.
100%. And my goal was to be a college coach by the age of 30, and I had that opportunity at 28. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to be there full time. And you have to have a job. You have to have something that pays the bills. You have to have something that supports yourself. And so I had to continue to work at Carlisle. And when you can't leave school at a certain time, and games start at 5:30, and doing pregame speeches over the phone, and not getting to games until 3 minutes before a game, and it was rough. It was rough on me. It was rough on the kids. Scouting is a whole nother level. You spend 3 days on a team when you only have really 48 hours to prepare, and then guess what? You win or lose, and you got to go do it again.
And guess what else? Which you know all about, but that recruiting and the travel and all that, that consumes a lot of time. You just don't go next door and pick up a player.
Right, and that's the other thing is the recruiting. It was manageable, but it weighed on me. I'm not going to lie to you. It took a toll, and at the end of the day, you have to do what you love and what you're having fun doing. And I was struggling to find the fun in it. And this opportunity opened up, and I had been approached, and I was like, nope, not interested. And then the more I thought about it, and okay, this is looking a little better. And then next time I thought about it, okay, this is looking even better. So, I loved my time at KC. I had Kim Rayhart was an excellent mentor, an excellent boss. She works her butt off. So kudos to her. But it's not right now. It's not where I need to be at this point in life. And Carlisle has opened their arms up to me and has welcomed me back. And I'm very, very excited for that opportunity. And like I said, I'm re-energized. I'm ready to go.
There you go.
I love the fact that we have a community that supports our athletics. We have a community that supports basketball. And being from Oakville, that's always been something it's kind of a pillar to me. It's always been something that's been very, very important. So to be back in that atmosphere and that environment is only going to be a very good thing.
And I want to make sure I was to be clear, I am not in any way knocking Kaskaskia. I love Kaskaskia College and the basketball and JUCO basketball, all those JUCO sports.
For sure.
But I think for you in your situation right now, the way it's all set up, this is probably the best. And you were here, as we said earlier, in 2014-15, and I know it wasn't as successful as a first year, only year to this date, as you would have liked with the Lady Indians. But hey, it's another year, and you had 14 and 12 win seasons at Kaskaskia, and here you go again, round 2.
Right, and that's it's all about building a program and building an environment for success. And, it was tough. There's really no other way to say it than it was just tough. And for everyone, for me, for them, for, just everyone involved. So this is a great opportunity. And I'm really looking forward to getting, Carlisle. We had a great season last year. Carlisle had a great season last year.
Very good.
It's going to be hard to replace those seniors, but with the kids that we have coming back and with our younger kids and hopefully some kids that we can get recruited into our program, I'm hoping that the lights stay on and that the future is going to continue to look bright.
Coach Darren Smith, the still AD at Carlisle, led him to a 13-15 mark after some dismal campaigns there, but he really put it on the right path again. And yes, there are several players who are they're gone by the boards, but you still return a real nice core there too with 3 or 4 back.
Absolutely, and that's our core. You've got Brooklyn Smith coming in, who's going to be relied on heavily for leadership, for scoring. Molly D. Kemper absolutely, is a great finisher for someone that her size. She's tall and lanky. And when I went and watched her play this last year as a college basketball coach, I was really impressed with how well she finished around the rim.
Yes.
Kayla Dieterslow just works her tail off. She's an athlete. She's a great kid. She'll run through that brick wall for you. And she's probably going to have to handle the ball a little bit. She's going to probably have to guard the other team's best offensive player. So having those 3 right there is a really strong core. And then after that, it's we got to find the pieces to make the puzzle work.
But they're available.
We've got right. So again, hopefully try to get some kids that maybe didn't play last year to come back out again, and maybe some younger kids that weren't interested or hadn't played in a year. Try to get them back out and get involved in the program. Because that's what you have to do. Yeah, at the small school level, at the 1A and 2As, your best athletes have to play 2 or 3 sports.
Very true.
I'm a huge proponent for multi-sport athletes. Anybody that's competitive, that wants to win, we'll figure out how to get you on the floor. You just gotta show me that you're gonna work hard and that you want to win, and we'll find a way. So
you're about to get reacquainted with the solid Cahokia Conference, and you've got a great lineup of tournaments, and I know you're anxious to get going. Probably didn't have too many hours with the girls in the off season, right? If any, hardly.
No, that's one of those things. If there's any kind of disadvantage to the whole situation, it was probably that we didn't have that summer. But the good thing, just like I said earlier, most of our kids are multi-sport athletes. So they started volleyball today. So they're at least going to be in season, in shape. They're going to be ready to compete. And then as soon as we can, those kids that don't play volleyball, we'll try to get them in the gym and get a ball in their hand or get them out on the track or out on the roads running and just trying to get back into shape a little bit. But it is a disadvantage, but I'm not worried about it.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Yeah.
I think, they're intelligent young ladies. They can learn quickly. It's just going to be at that point implementing, my kind of system and hoping that they buy into what we're trying to do. And if they buy in, no matter what we do, we're going to be successful. So
real quick, Janelle, Dale Pulver back as an assistant coach?
I'm sorry?
Dale Pulver?
Yes, Dale is back.
I was hoping so. I figured so, but
I don't know how many years. I'd like to know how many years he's been doing this.
You ask him, because it's been, all I know has been a long time. Yeah, but I don't really.
Well, I graduated in 2005, and he was the assistant then. So, I know he goes back before then. So I'll have to figure that out. He's got to be at least 15. I'm going to guess 15 to 20. But again, what a wealth of knowledge to have in Dale, and he's we've worked together even though it was a brief period. He knows kind of where I'm at. He knows the level of intensity and the passion that I bring to the game, and Dale will be just another tool to have to make us better as a program and to make me better as a head coach.
All right, Janelle. Appreciate your time, and good luck. We'll talk to you in, early November, I suppose.
I appreciate it, too. Before we get off, I do have to send a shout-out. Oakville lost one of the best this week, and Toby Brown. And I lost a good buddy and a fellow Packers fan. So just want to give a shout-out to Toby Brown and his family. Oakville's going to miss him, and I'm going to miss him, but he was one of a kind, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's a shame, definitely. I remember playing some slow pitch against Toby years ago and all that. Good guy.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, very, very stand-up act. So thank you so much, Rip. I appreciate it.
Okay, thanks. We shall see you.
All right,
Janelle
bye-bye.
Kuhn. Janelle Kuhn on Talkin' Sports. A little bit later, Luke Schnocky with a break or two in between, including one to accommodate the flashback, which is up after these.
Moving forward requires taking that first step. And when it comes to your future, your first step should be Kaskaskia College. With more than 50 degrees and 100 certificate programs, Kaskaskia College can prepare you for a great career, your next promotion, or set you on your educational path. Life is too short to wait. Take your first step to success with Kaskaskia College. Learn more today. Call 545-3040 or kaskaskia.edu.
Insuring your home and auto with Pekin Insurance equals a sizable discount. Farmer State Bank Insurance Department may save you as much as 30% on homeowners premiums and up to 15% on auto premiums if you insure both with Pekin Insurance. Call Farmer State Bank Insurance Department at 495-2965 for details about multi-policy discounts and learn what beyond the expected coverage and savings are all about.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal government agency, not guaranteed by the bank, may go down in value.
When's the last time you had your eyes checked? Schedule an eye exam today at Breeze Family Vision Center or Lebanon Optometric Center. I'm Dr. Claire Thorpe-Klinsky, and if it's been more than a year, you might need a new prescription. If you use a computer regularly or are suffering from allergies, those both can be causes of eye strain or fatigue. Schedule a complete eye health exam today to find out if your eyes are healthy. We may be able to detect glaucoma and other eye diseases early. At Breeze Family Vision and Lebanon Optometric Center, we examine more than just your vision.
The Verizon IndyCar Series is back at Gateway Motorsports Park, August 24th and 25th. And 2018 is bigger, better, and faster for the Bommarito Automotive Group 500. More entertainment, more fan zones, more food choices, more racing than ever before. And it's still family-friendly with all kids 15 and under free. Brought to you in part by the Office of Illinois South Tourism and Illinois Tourism. Go to gatewaymsp.com now to get the best seats before they're gone.
What were we thinking when we designed the station? I'll tell you. We were thinking it takes all sorts to make a world.
Max 96.7.
Hey, Rip here in the Carlisle Meat Market Studio for this Wednesday night. Let's say Saturday morning. Two of our guests are logged. Clinton County League Baseball President Ken Hazelhorse. The best of three CCL finals begin Saturday at Centralia at Bartelso. Sunday, 1 o'clock first pitch. Best of three finals, always very good. So Ken Hazelhorse is with us. The commission also, Pro Baseball's Mason McCreakin from Centralia. He was under that radar a little bit. He signed a pro contract with the Braves organization last week. He'll be with us probably from Danville, Georgia. They may be in the road, but he's in the Advanced Rookie League. So all of that is Saturday morning. More to come. Oh, my goodness. I remember it so well. 42 years ago today, the Chicago White Sox made baseball uniform history. Yes, they became the first, only and last, thank you, major league team to wear shorts. A Bill Veck idea that, fortunately that did not catch on. I'm gonna do a Rip Sports clip on that tomorrow. But wow, that was horrible stuff. Let's flash back.
It's Flashback.
Get ready to flash back with the EZN Travel Sports Flashback. Escape to paradise with EZN Travel and Breeze. Call 526-2201.
What a sight for sore eyes at Comiskey Park in Chi-Town. The time, incidentally, is 6:30. That time drop is brought to you by Breeze Furniture, Jazz Uniforms. This flashback is from March 24th of this year. It's former Centralia Orphans and Kaskaskia Blue Devils basketball coach Jeff Carling on Mizzou and Illinois. Missouri, what do you think of their season with Conzo Martin and the Porters and such? Of course, Michael Porter Jr. barely played, so that wasn't a fair,
Well,
take on that.
Quanzo does a great job, but the thing is, he tried to fill in for Bruce Pearl at Tennessee. They just never accepted him in there. Then he went to California, and then, Porter's a great player, I'm sure, but he never could have got on track.
No.
And everything. And I think he should come back to school.
He won't.
And play. No, he won't.
You know what?
No,
both of the Porters might
too
go.
much money. Yeah.
Jonte was terrific.
Yeah, he was. But, I don't know what his stock is right now, Porter's. Going into the season, he was going to be a 1, 2, or 3 draft pick. So I don't know. I just think the first pick will be the kid from Arizona.
Oh, Ayton.
Ayton. And then the second would probably be Bagley.
Well, Ayton could return to Arizona, though. I know he said he wouldn't, but if they up his salary a little bit, he might go back.
Yeah, that's true.
What about this, Jeff? What about if Jonte Porter goes and Michael Porter stays? You know what?
Yeah,
the NBA doesn't care. He'll be a top 10 pick for sure. Michael Porter. Philadelphia take him. They'll let him sit for 2 years before they play him. They don't care.
Sure, you got to work the process.
Work the process.
But Porter. I don't know how good. I didn't see enough of him. I'm sure he's very good.
But even in the game, even at that last game, and he's barely practiced. He's coming off a major back. He had 16 and 10, I think, in the last game. You could tell he was just out of shape, which he should have been.
Yeah, sure. You just can't get it working on the bike in the gym and all that stuff. You got to get game shape. There's no doubt about it.
How are you going to fix Illinois? Will Brad Underwood get it done, or are we going to bring you back in?
I like Underwood. He's tough. He's hard-nosed and everything. I think he'll eventually get it done. But I hope he doesn't follow in the footsteps of Lovie Smith. Because Lovie's not getting it done at the football program.
And you know what his plan was, to turn that thing around and get another NFL job.
Yeah, And the thing is about, that's true. The thing is, Illinois has great athletes, and Chicago and all that, and they just don't get them. I don't know what the problem is.
Jeff Carling, he's unbelievable. Ayton did go 1 to the Suns. The Kings grabbed Bagley second. Michael Porter Jr. actually slipped to 14th because he had another injury. There's some more uncertainty about him 7 to 10 days before the draft, and Jonte did return just to sum that up. Jeff Carling, what a blast, and what a knowledgeable basketball coach guy he is. It's break time. Don't go away. Still to come, Luke Schnocky on Talkin' Sports.
Hi, this is Sue at Buckeye. This week we're going to talk about our pet department. We have got everything you need for pets. We've got collars, toys, medications, but most of all, we have a large selection of dog foods. We've got the big bags of the large kibble for your big dogs, and we've got chewy morsels for your little pups, canned food, and lots of treats. We have rawhide, we have beef treats, bones. We are Fido approved. Come and visit us at Buckeye and check out our pet department.
Is this real? Hey, yo, sir. Do you know what I'm about to pay for gasoline?
With the Fuel Rewards Network program, you won't believe how much less you can pay for your fill-up at participating Shell stations.
Look at that.
Just shop through FuelRewards.com and dine at participating restaurants to earn rewards. Then use your Fuel Rewards Network card at Shell and save. Want to pay less for fuel? Sign up free at FuelRewards.com. Restrictions apply. Limit 20 gallons per purchase per vehicle. For information on rewards expiration and other details, see FuelRewards.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Tim Draghi, a general dentist from Breeze, Illinois, who sedates patients with pills. I treat a lot of patients who have not been to the dentist in 10 to 20 years. Most had a bad experience as a child. Others are embarrassed to go or are concerned the dentist will scold them. We know these feelings are real and believe in listening to your problems and concerns. I will do all of this without putting you down or making you feel guilty. My team and I want to make a difference in the way you feel about dentistry. Please call me, Dr. Tim Draghi, at 526-2020 to schedule an appointment, or look at our website at breezedentalcare.com, where sedation dentistry is an option for you to take care of your teeth without anxiety.
Don't let great summer deals pass you by. Call Breeze Dental Care for a free orthodontic evaluation. If you or your child are in need of braces, get the great smile you want and deserve. Start your braces before school starts and save $200. Call 526-2020. That's 526-2020.
Remember what it was like to expect the unexpected?
I never realized it was so complex.
Guess what? The feeling's back.
You're on Max.
We're also back, Rip, here in the Carlisle Meat Market Studio. Time to tell you about Dine Chevrolet in Trenton. Okay, listen up, because if you want to, your next pre-owned car, truck, or SUV at the right price, go see Dine in Trenton. All pre-owned vehicles pass a thorough inspection. Most come with Dine's exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty. That's at no cost to you. It's a good deal. Every deal's a good deal at Dine, See Dwayne, Nikki, Dave, or Nathan. Go on in or call 224-9200, 224-9200. Dine Chevrolet, it's the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Shopper schedule service at dinechevrolet.com. We'll flip it up for Luke Schnocky after this timeout.
Planning a remodel or building a new home? Ideal Home Solutions in Trenton can get you started. Ideal Home Solutions has quartz, granite, solid surface, and laminate, with granite starting at just $49 per square foot. Ideal Home Solutions proudly sells Haas cabinets and specializes in custom showers, any size to fit your space. From tubs, whirlpools, vanity tops, windowsills, you're covered. Schedule a free in-home estimate today, 224-2500, or see their showroom at 102 West Broadway in Trenton.
Seaver Brothers has what you're looking for. Take a spin with Seaver Brothers and drive home in your new or pre-owned Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Dodge truck today. Let Seaver Brothers give you the car buying experience that no other dealership can offer. Seaver Brothers stands behind their products and also has an outstanding service department with qualified technicians to keep your vehicles running strong. Stop by Seaver Brothers, 811 Washington Street in Carlisle, or call 594-2624 for your next Seaver Brothers sales associate.
McKendree University is a great place to continue your sports career. It's also a great place to continue your education. McKendree offers a wide range of degrees, including master's degrees in business, nursing, education, and professional counseling. If you'd like, you can access McKendree's quality education through the flexibility of online degrees. To learn more about McKendree, log on to McKendreeOnline.com or call 1-800-BEARCAT. McKendree University is ready when you are.
On Friday, September 7th, Stand Up to Cancer is teaming up for something big. Every network, every star will come together for one night to save lives. You have the chance to join millions in the fight against cancer. You'll want to be there to see the magic that happens when we all come together for a cause. Stand Up to Cancer. Tune in live Friday, September 7th at 8/7 Central on ABC, CBS, Fox, and NBC. We can't do this without you. Check your local listings for cable providers.
Do you mind if I turn on the radio?
The music is great, and it doesn't cost anything.
It's Max 96.7.
Hey, hello again, everyone. Rip here in the Carlisle Meat Market Studio for the midweek edition of Talkin' Sports. You heard from Janelle Kuhn, and now we're going to tap into the Tucker Electric guest line for St. Louis and 101 ESPN reporter, Centralia native Luke Schnocky. Luke, welcome back.
Good to be back, Rip. How's it going?
Hey, it's going okay. We've got a lot of baseball to dig into, and we're going to move golf up the charts too, because this is a big week in St. Louis. But let's start with those Redbirds. They are winning tonight against Aveston's Trevor Richards and the Fish, 1-0 in the second, as they try and capture their fourth consecutive series. That's been a tough stretch for them to try and pull out.
It has, and some of these games have been pretty, they'll put up a bunch of runs one night, they'll put up not so many the next. It's kind of maddening to watch sometimes.
Yeah, it's been real quiet here lately.
I missed the first, was it Yachty that hit that one out?
I do know Molina homered, right, yes.
Yes. Yeah, it's, like I said, it's kind of maddening to watch them sometimes. They're so inconsistent, but I think that's just baseball now. A lot of teams are inconsistent. They're special cases, but a lot of teams, you strike out, you hit home runs.
You got it.
That's kind of what the Cardinals got going on right now. I tell you what, I do like, if you look at the numbers pre the coaching change,
right?
The hitting metrics are actually, some of them are actually kind of starting to improve. Their walk rate's getting better. Their on base is getting better. it's incremental, but I think Schilt and I've heard good things about Mark Podeska. I like the coaching staff, and I know they're not going to light the scoreboard on fire a whole lot of games, but I have faith. I think.
I know Brian Everskirt is a big proponent of Schilt and Buddha. And but no, that's we'll see where it takes them. There's almost 2 months left, and with the with that 2 wild card structure anymore, they're only 4 out of the second wild card. I'm not saying, believe me, I get upset watching them a lot. It's just not. But they have won more games as of late, and there is time to get some cooking done yet.
There's time to get cooking done. I was telling someone yesterday, early August, 4 games isn't anything.
No.
What I'm worried about is the teams in front of them, though, and because I don't know if I foresee Milwaukee and Atlanta and the Rockies and Arizona all pooping the bed, so to speak. But if the Cardinals are doing what if they keep playing like they're playing, they keep winning series. There's no way you can count them out. I like Mike Schilt. I can't say that enough. A lot of these players have played for him in the minors. One of our guys on the air that made a good point the other day, that they see this guy and they played for him and they know that this is his dream, and they're trying they're working their tails off to try to get him to, get the Cardinals to take that interim tag off of him this fall. And I don't see why they wouldn't. Honestly, I don't see why they wouldn't give him a heck of a look if they keep playing the way they do. It just seems like a different brand of baseball, and it's just more interesting, I guess. And that wild card, it's going to be tricky. It's going to be tricky for any of those teams. A lot can happen. We all know that around here. But I'm more worried about the teams in front of them right now than I am them. I think they can stay somewhat consistent in the win column. I'm worried those other teams in front of them might do the same thing, though. That's my main concern.
There's lots of traffic, isn't there, Luke? But, man, where in the world? And Matt Carpenter, everybody, hey, I was really down on him too, but what a fantastic campaign he's having, as it turns out, after the first month and a half. 30 home runs now in the year, and I would have never he's been tremendous in the last few games. He's been their entire offense.
He has, and I wonder if that salsa he's growing or making, I wonder if it works for sports writing, because I'd be interested.
No,
probably not. You're probably right. But it is amazing. And hearing him talk about it, like I went and covered a game right around the time he was kind of starting to turn things around. And he said, he credited Matheny and Mabry too, but he said that, the front office and the guys, they kind of sat him down and they said, your approach is good. Don't change anything. He had some batted balls, bad luck, and they told him just kind of, quote unquote, trust the process. And that's what he did. And eventually, the proof's in the pudding. He's been parking them left and right. It's a lot of fun to watch, especially for such a likable guy who he plays his heart out every night. He's a grinder. A few years ago when Pete Rose came here, he said, Matt Carpenter is one of his favorite players, and I think that player profile kind of applies to Matt Carpenter. He's a lot of fun to watch, and and I don't see how he can't be getting MVP consideration. It's hard to argue that he's not the best hitter in the National League right now, and I know the voters tend to lean towards a playoff team, but if he keeps it up, it's going to be awful hard not to cast your vote for him. I would think. Tommy Pham. I'm not cocky Tommy as far as what do you think of that trade? I thought it was great, and he was their MVP last year. There's no doubt about it. But I think he has a real complex about himself, and he's much better in his mind than he is out on the field. And I think there's probably something to that. He's 30. Right. And and it's the eye condition, and he's a gamer. You got to say he's a competitor. You can't take that away from him. He plays hard. But I would agree with you that trade was probably best for both parties, considering some of the friction, that was coming out that he was having with the front office, and obviously, that was well documented before the season even started.
Right, that's where things sprouted a little bit in that Sports Illustrated article and everything else.
Sure, but I think Tampa, they don't go out and spend a whole lot of money on big time players. The players that they go after are guys like Tommy Pham, who have had success, or who they're not going to have to break the bank on them, but they think they still may have some upside. And everything I've heard, everybody I've talked to, they say that he works just as hard as anybody else in there too. But yes, I would you can't really argue that he's got some issues between the ears as far as the complex, an inferiority complex with the Cardinals, absolutely. So I like the deal, and I hope that he goes down there, and I hope he tears it up for him.
But now he's already out. He's already out a month, right, Luke? He busted
That's true.
Broke his foot.
Well,
I don't want to see up for anybody, not Fowler either. But since both of them are off the scales right now it is time though for Bader and O'Neill, and that's great, man. I want them to do very, very well. But now there's a bit of pressure on. They have to come through now too. Otherwise, they'll be the next ones, the fans that they want to move. So they have to take charge now since they have an opportunity, and for the most part, they have so far.
That's true, and that's kind of been a theme this season. If you fire the manager, well, now the onus is on the front office and the new guy, the new manager, and then you trade a guy like Tommy Pham, and like you said, it's now the stakes are up for guys like O'Neill and Bader. I like both those guys a lot.
I really like Bader.
I like that. I do too. I like they both show some flair. They both got some speed. They just seem like spark plugs. I have high hopes for both of those guys. I have high hopes for a lot of these young guys they have. I would just like to see him put somebody else in the middle of that order, that puts a little bit of fear into opposing pitchers, because they've got plenty of really, really good young complementary players, and Bader and O'Neill especially.
But I would still, if they're trying to win this year, and they're so close, I mean, I guess they're looking for this. Well, you always are looking for it to do well in this particular year, and then look ahead too. But I have to play Jose Martinez every game, almost every game, and then take him out if needed. This used to happen all the time when I was a kid, all the way, 20, 30, closer than that, but take him out later on for defensive purposes. If you have somebody better to put in, I mean, he's not the only guy Jerko, Munoz, DeYoung to a degree, that's not a good defensive team, period. So for some reason, he gets tagged.
No, I agree. You throw Matt Carpenter. A lot of people around
Carpenter,
here
heck
say that
yes.
about him too. I agree with you 100%. I think whenever you have a guy like him, he takes a lot of the brunt of for his bad defense. But man, that guy can hit.
I know
it. And you can tell he's one of the people used to say about Dexter Fowler. He's got one of those smiles people just kind of gravitate towards in the clubhouse. And Jose Martinez is he's the same way. He's just a guy that he's a good teammate. You can tell that. You can tell that by him interacting with media. You can tell it by that interacting with his teammates. He's just a good guy to be around, and he is a heck of a baseball player. So yeah, I would tend to agree with you there. Like you said, this team isn't good defensively overall.
No, it's bad.
I don't.
Base running too, Luke. I mean, they run to third base with a swivel on their head, looking to right. It's incredible. They should have learned this stuff in Little League.
I was starting to, they kind of started turning the corner after Matheny left. I thought maybe, but then you start seeing these dumb base running errors again, and it's maddening for someone who's grown up. For any Cardinal fan who's used to watching sound baseball, it's been pretty maddening.
And honestly, just any Major League Baseball, you see so much of this. Luke Schnock is with us from 101 ESPN in St. Louis. Hey, let's get to some golf. Man, our time just shooting by again here on Talking Sports, but I know you've been out to the PGA Championship at Belle Reve. Great picture. John Daly, my favorite. I think he's Clinton County. Clinton County's pretty much, adopted him as our favorite golfer in the surrounding area. But John Daly, and you had a picture with him and Ozzie Smith, so you got to spend a little time with that pair, right?
Yeah, I've been out there all 3 days so far, and I'll probably be out there a lot of the weekend too. But Ozzie's done so much for this. He's been the ambassador from the beginning. And to kick things off, he rode the Wanamaker Trophy up to the Bellary, up to the PGA brass.
It's a nice trophy.
Oh, yeah, not a bad trophy at all. He rode it up on the Clydesdales.
Yeah.
And got off and, hobnobbed with the fans for a little bit. And it just so happened, I got to talk to him for a minute. He talks to a lot of media just about what went into all this and what this has been the end game ever since the senior PGA Championship was here back in 2013. And he's done a lot. He's doing a lot for the community through PGA Reach, the organization that he works with. But anyway, he was standing out there, and sure enough, there's John Daly walks by and kind of says, "Hey,
he's not hard to spot."
No, he's
His
not.
outfits.
He absolutely is not. Yeah, even without the outfit.
True.
Yeah, he's hard to miss. But it was kind of neat. It's kind of been surreal walking around out there and seeing things like that. I was walking around out there today, and Nick Faldo was riding on a golf cart, and he just seemed like the nicest guy in the world. He was signing autographs for kids and all ages. He was signing autographs for a lot of old folks too.
What's that age bracket for you, Luke? When you say old folks?
Well, there was a lot of gray hair. There was a lot of little kids in there too.
Okay, yeah, it was a good mix, right?
It was. It really was, and it is. It's a great mix out there. I think there's so many people out there. I think Justin Thomas, I believe, said today or yesterday that it would have had to have been today because he said this is probably the most people he's ever seen at a Wednesday practice round. I think the area has just really embraced it, and if I hadn't been out to Bellarive much, I'd never played the course, and I went out there today compared to last time I saw it, and it's just it's a different world. It's like a golf theme park minus the rides. It's just it's amazing what they've done.
I'm sure
they've got 2-story temporary buildings out there. They got the pro shop looks like a golf warehouse, like a golf galaxy. It's just enormous. It's amazing what they've done, and people seem to really be having fun. But it's been pretty surreal. Today, Ozzie Smith, he talked at the interview room, and there was a who's who of St. Louis sports legends that showed up with him. I think there was Aeneas Williams was there. Bernie Federico, Al McKinnis.
Bernie.
Yeah, Waddy Herzog was there.
Oh, beautiful.
Joe Buck introduced him. It was pretty neat. It's as many black eyes as St. Louis has gotten over the years. It feels good to see this going down.
That's true.
And going down as well as it seems to be right now. And hopefully, the next few days it continues to showcase it like it is, and hopefully it's a good tournament too.
Speaking of hockey, people, I know football's next, but hockey and basketball is just around that proverbial corner. The Blues I know the Blues won the summer. I hope they can win the winter and early spring, but they did do a lot of things right, it appears, over these last couple of months.
They did, and I'm really excited to see Ryan O'Reilly and Patrick Maroon.
Exactly.
Patrick Maroon couldn't be more excited to be a St. Louis Blue. He grew up around here. You could tell that by talking to him whenever he first showed up for his a little introductory press conference. And it's going to be fun to see him roughing up opposing guys too. That was kind of something they missed last year. They tried to get away from being a tough team. They kind of started, concentrating a little too much on speed, I think.
You got to have some toughness, I know it's settled down some, but you got to have a little of that stick.
Absolutely. And he's a guy, his nickname's the Big Rick. So he's going to be fun to watch. And I think, knowing that he's a hometown guy, the hometown crowd's going to get behind him whenever he is dropping the gloves a little bit. But what has me concerned, and I have been a huge Jake Allen proponent
yes.
forever. But man, I hope he has a solid full season and not just a solid half season.
And he usually takes off. What is it? The end of January and February.
January
somewhere in
is
there.
what some folks say. Yeah.
But as always, Luke, there were just. I mean, there are only so many really outstanding goalies, like pitching in baseball, and the clubs that got him just generally don't give him up. You got to hope he rides it out, and then if they do get in the playoffs, which I hope he gets reasonably and even more than that hot, and then he can carry you some that hot goaltender.
Well,
but no, I get what you're saying, though. Yeah.
Sure. I hope, because you can tell he's being around. I'm not around athletes every single day, but whenever I am around them after a loss or something, you can tell some of them wear it a little more than others. And whenever he loses a game, he's dejected, man. He probably wears it a little too much. And I don't know if that has something to do with the slumps that he's gotten into the last few years. But I know his mechanics are good. I know I've talked to people who know a lot more about being a hockey goalie than I do, and they said he's a very mechanically sound goalie. It just sometimes halfway through the year, sometimes that kind of falls by the wayside.
That would be a hard. Boy, that takes some concentration. I will say this: goalies in general, outside of those, I mean, the very, very best of the lot. Goalies and field goal kickers. Who else? Relief pitchers. I mean, it's up and down one season to the next once in a while.
Sure, absolutely. I mean, it's easy for us to, as fans and radio guys, to sit here and talk about it, but I'm sure it's a pretty high stress job, especially whenever you got 100-mile-an-hour rubber pellets flying at you.
No doubt. We've got the closing minute or two here. Luke, why don't we get what's your pick for the PGA Championship? I'm just gonna fling out the name Jordan Spieth. I like him anyway, so I'm gonna go with him.
I like him too. Rory McIlroy is one of my favorite golfers, so I would say I'd like to see him win it. Man, Justin Thomas, he's coming off a win last week. He played this course back. He came and visited for a little, visit St. Louis, being the defending champion of the PGA Championship back in June, and he played a practice round, and he's gotten some more practice in out at Bellerive this week. I think he's like 8-1. Maybe he's not. Maybe I forget what his odds are, but it's hard for me to argue against him right now. So I think I'd pick him if I was gambling on it. But I like Rory. I'm a big Rory McIlroy fan.
And now he's won some of the hearts of St. Louis, because I've seen and heard a little. He's Cardinals. Right. What else did he say? Something.
Oh, he said
2 or 3.
The only two things he knew about St. Louis was Nelly lived here, and that we had a pretty good baseball team.
Nelly, I saw Nelly come out. What was that fight? Spinks and oh man, this was 15 years ago now. Light middleweight or whatever at the. And anyway, Nelly provided the pre-game action there for Spinks as they made their long walk out to the ring. It took, I bet, 15 minutes for that dance to end. I think Spinks wore himself out by the time he got inside the ropes.
I believe it.
That was a great night, by the way. There was a heavyweight championship. It was really good. It was good action. If you like boxing, man, was that Corey? This has been too long ago now. I'd
like to see more boxing in St. Louis.
Yeah.
That's one sport that I would like to cover, and I haven't really ever gotten the opportunity because we haven't had many major fights since I've been working over here. But that's and a lot of good boxers that have come out of here. The Spinks brothers, and now there have been several.
Arthur Flash Johnson, you know why his name popped into my mind? Because I had him on about 6-7 years ago. He went through the Olympics. He's from East St. Louis. I had him on from a barber's chair in East St. Louis because he forgot about the interview time, and he was getting his hair cut. But he's quite a character. But I'm not sure how he finished anymore in the Olympics. But he went, some time ago. But yeah, I'm almost sorry I brought up. I forgot the Spinks and who his opponent was now. But it was a fun night at the at whatever the place was called then. What's it called now?
Sure.
They never changed the name now, did they? Is it still?
It
was probably
Enterprise.
Savis back then.
Well, yeah, it would have probably been. It's now they've changed it again. It'll be Enterprise Center this year.
So it is going to be the Enterprise Center.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Okay. Have to
They
get
haven't
used to
changed
that.
the big sign yet, but that's what it'll be.
They're waiting for you to pop the money for that baby.
Yeah. Right. Well, they're gonna be waiting a while.
All right, Luke. Well, thanks, man. Have fun out at Belle Reve and whatever. So thanks for coming on tonight, though. The Cardinals and Fish are tied 1-1 in the bottom of the third with Trevor Richards on the mound from Aveston. So appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for it. Appreciate it, too.
See ya. That's Luke. Thanks to Luke and also to Janelle. Saturday morning is Ken Hazelhorst and Mason McCree contribute to. This is Talkin' Sports, Real Sports Talk on Max 96.7 WCXO.
Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7 was powered by Hoffman Supermarket, the only choice for quality meats and friendly service. Talkin' Sports was brought to you by Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College, the future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emeen Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City and Hoyleton. Diane Chevrolet in Trenton. McKendree University in Lebanon. Ideal Home Solutions in Trenton. Farmer State Bank Insurance Department in Hoffman. Seaver Brothers in Carlisle. 12 Oaks Vineyard in rural Carlisle. And by Becker Jewelers with locations in Breeze and Highland and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Thank you for joining us for this WCXO sports presentation of Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7.